Hi guys, my name is Mazen. I hope you are doing great today. We will be diving into the foundational concept of DevOps. So earlier in that previous chapters we are learn about the what is DevOps, what is the DevOps methodology, why we are using Linux operating system, what is Linux operating system, and how to create EC2 instance in AWS cloud platform and connect it with our Ubuntu local machine. So now it's time to learn a first DevOps tools Git. So Git is a very powerful distributed version control system. So let's get started. First of all, we will start from the history of Git. Who created Git? Linus Torvalds, created of Linux, started developing Git in April 2005. Okay. So Linus Torvalds also created Linux operating system and also Git tool. So what's the actual goal of creating a Git? So managing Linux kernel development. Basically, this Git tool Linus Torvalds created only for the personal level, for the personal project. Okay. So within the week, first version Git was ready. So this Git tool Linus Torvalds created only for the personal level and personal project. So actual design goal of Git, why Git is important. So first is speed, handle the large project effectively and efficiently. Second one, distributed. Every developer has complete the copy of the repository. Suppose in one project, multiple developers are available for the one project. So everyone can work on a one project and one source code. Okay. So this Git is a centralized repository, we can say that. Second one is a data integrity. So everything stored in a Git. Next one, support for the branch and merging easily and powerful branch workflow. So this last we will cover into the next video. Okay. So this is the actual history of Git, who created Git and design of goal Git. So basically I have created one simple and smallest definition of Git and GitHub. So Git is a distributed version control system used to track changes in a source code during the software development. In GitHub, we can create a source code repository. Source code repository in used to store entire project in a source code, and all developers can connect to the project to the stored all source code with integrity. It's a become very easyful. Okay. So this is the actual small definition of Git. So in GitHub repository, we will monitor all code changes, who created and who monitored and who created the Linux and Git repository, and when modified this repository, what modified and why modified. These all questions covered in a Git. So this is the actual definition of Git and why we need to use a GitHub repository. Next, what environment setup. This is the very impactful and very important thing whenever we are using a GitHub. Okay. So whenever we are using Git with our project, so basic environment setup must need. So first at all, we need to install and create our GitHub account in a Git website. So these all website I will give in into the description. You can check after the watch this video. Okay. Show you GitHub. So this is the GitHub repositories. All repositories are there. So basically this is my GitHub repository and my profile. So you can follow my repository and you can follow my GitHub account. Okay. So you can install free using this link. Suppose you need to install Git client, you need to download from this website, git install. Okay, so in that git there are multiple operating system support. Okay, first is a Mac OS, Windows OS, and Linux OS. So if you are using a Windows OS, just click on Windows and download the .exe file and install it. And if you are using a Linux operating system, then click here. Just executing one line command, you can install Git. Okay, let's install Git. Just apt get install. Let's come to the Linux CLI. First at all, you need to update your system. Sudo apt get update. Whenever you are using Linux operating system, you must need to update your entire operating system while using a sudo apt-get update command. Then you can install using single line command of git apt-get install git convert. Git installing now. Yes, done. You can check our git installed or not using git hyphen version command. So now it's properly installed. Config hyphen global username and your GitHub username. Then execute git config hyphen global user email ID of your GitHub repository. So this is one time setup. Okay. Thank you so much guys for connecting with me. If you really like my content, please don't forget to subscribe and also check the all description. All our links are given in my description. And if you have any problem regarding this topic, please comment out. I will definitely reply this comment. Okay. So thank you so much and we will meet in a next video. Bye.